Let's see, let me go to our channel so I can read comments.
That's what I was trying to do.
Well, it should go to home, which we should be there. Woohoo, Fanchers Live, Davis Langley. But I'm not seeing it yet. Here we go. Go to videos. There we go. So we have to kind of figure out what we're doing also, guys. At the same time. What's going on, Davis? How are you, man? Let me turn this down so I can read comments. I'm actually texting Tim, Cotton Top 3, and he's in a tree stand trying to kill a deer. If y'all don't know, velvet season opened here this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Brian says I'm here this time. Glad you're able to join us, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Davis, how you been? I appreciate you watching us. Steve Miller, hello. Bobby Hernandez, what's up, y'all? What's going on, Mr. Bobby? Julie looks way better than I do tonight. I have been since I got out of church today. I didn't change shirt. This is the same shirt I wore to church.
Did you freshen up any?
No, I did not. I did not freshen up any. I am still smelly. David says I've been great. We'll get these in a minute. Look at these. They don't smell.
I don't think you should smell them.
Oh, really?
No.
Okay.
They're just pretty, aren't they?
Yeah. Brad Dye. So I'm actually texting Brad Dye too. But we'll get to that in a little bit.
Are you going to do Follow the Fanchers live, or are you going to text everybody that's...
Bobby Hernandez, Packers in the house. How'd the Packers do today? Let me know. I have not watched any football today. As a matter of fact, so we don't have regular TV. The Fanchers cut off the regular TV months and months and months ago. It was just really expensive, and it was to be honest, it was an expense we could just get away with or away from. I mean, because darn satellite's like ours was $150, $180 a month.
Some people
So
pay
anyway,
like $200 a month for all their...
So it kind of hurts because I'm a big baseball fan and I hadn't got to watch any baseball. Craig Callahan. Craig, let me tell you, all the stuff that you brought to the store, the finger tabs, and I think I sent you a message this week. So Craig lives over in Itala County. He brought a bunch of old finger tabs, an arrow spinner, some old arrows,
Hey, Craig.
shooting beam, stuff like that. People are loving it, by the way.
I'll say I recognize that name from McCool, Atala,
Yep.
Kosciuszko.
Briar, how you doing, man? We are all good. Edward Carter, what's up, Panther fan? How are you, Edward? Good to see you. I don't know if I've seen you on here today. Is this the first time you've been on here, Edward? Just wondering. Game is at 7:25. So are the Packers winning? So Brian's little garage. I got a question, and I may have asked you this before. So if I do, you'll have to apologize. So. It says, what's up, guys? How are we doing? So we're great. But, hey, let me know your name because, like, when I reply to comments on YouTube, I hate to say, what's going on Brian's little garage? And I figure...
Maybe it's Brian.
Well, I mean, duh.
Brian.
You would
Hey,
think
Brian.
it was Brian.
Maybe
So,
Brian doesn't want you to know his name.
Ray Casey, hello from Senatobia, Mississippi. Ray, you're going to have to come. You're not far from Starkville.
That's right. Choctaw County.
Yeah.
I'm having my own conversation up here.
Senatobia is not in Choctaw County.
I know, I'm sorry. I was talking to Mr. Callahan.
So you need to come to
conversation.
Starkville, Mississippi, and we need to shake hands. Brian's, we don't have regular TV either. Awesome. Isn't that great? I mean, there's some things we just had to do away with as a family, and TV was one of them. I really want to do away from the cell phone. I want to do away with this. But if I do that, then I can't do YouTube. And right now, YouTube's pretty important to us, so I'm probably going to keep it for a little while. Edward Carter, just hanging out. Blue Paw, you're new. Thanks for all the bow shop tips. Do appreciate them. Hello from Ohio. God bless y'all. It is awesome that you're joining us from Ohio, Blue Paw. So let us know where from Ohio. Let me tell you something real quick. I don't know how much you've watched the channel, and I'm glad you're tuning in for the bow shop content. Let me tell you this. I'm not the most tech savvy bow guy you've ever met, okay? I'm not You know, there's lots of stuff. I'm just not a techie guy, believe it or not. I mean, people think, well, you do YouTube. Well, YouTube ain't really techie. If I can do YouTube, anybody can do techie. But I can tell you, Blue Paul, what works, and I just know that. Dunlap, what's up? Live from Oklahoma. Dunlap, I'm telling you, is the most faithful, one of the most faithful dudes we got. Dunlap is. So I pretty much
Davis,
watch YouTube.
I got you.
Yeah.
Davis, I'm with you.
Leah, how are you? I have been keeping up with Leah some, so Leah sends me some messages through YouTube. I know you may not see all the comments. Julie stays really busy. She's not signed in to our channel, so she don't get our comments unless she goes and watches the video. She does go. But anyway, I've been kind of keeping up with Leah. Leah also follows us on Instagram, so Leah, I like the messages on Instagram. Sometimes it's easier for me to get those notifications, so thank you for doing that.
What is up with Cotton Top?
Cotton Top says, I tune in and Julie flapping them jaws. Cotton Top, I'm looking outside. It's prime time. Put the phone in the pocket. You're fixing to have like a monster butt walkout. Julie's always flapping them jaws. So, hey, let me know if it's clear, too. James Holtz, hello, y'all. I'm actually watching one of your elk hunts on TV and watching this on my phone. Well, that's pretty awesome. Thank you for doing that. Let me know, hey, guys, we've been watching the elk hunts at night, too, on the TV.
Because I haven't seen them.
Yeah, because Julie didn't see them. So I go to my phone, and then I do whatever I got to do to get them up on the TV. So let us know what you think about that.
Mirror your screen?
Yeah, mirror. Cotton Top said AirPods for the win. I guess I'm going to get me some AirPods.
What do you mean AirPods for the win?
So, well, he's hunting, so he's got to be mega quiet. So he's got AirPods
listening and watching. Okay.
Yeah, look. So let me tell you, one way I got started with YouTube was Cotton Top 3. If y'all don't watch Cotton Top 3, which I'm sure you do, because a lot of my subscribers come from Cotton Top 3, one of the best channels on YouTube. I don't know, 100,000+ subscribers. I actually got to be with him when he did his YouTube video, when he got his silver play button. So that was pretty good.
I sure do like Briar.
Yeah.
Briar, I love you.
Briar, I want to meet you one day.
He says, I'm not flapping my jaws.
So look there. There's the star of the show.
I was the star until she came along.
Ainsley's been eating supper. Brian's, am I saying it right? Brian Stowers or Brian Stowers? Tell me. So awesome. Blue Paul, we between Dayton and Columbus, Ohio.
Hey guys.
Say hello.
Okay, Dad. You told me that I could be the one talking. It's time to cut it off.
Hold on, look. So we the best. What up, family? So as far as I know, this is the first time I've seen you on here too. And obviously you're is that Alabama or Arkansas? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get in bad trouble.
That is Alabama.
Cotton Top says, hey, Leah. Levi says, tell Julie she ain't flapping them gals. It's probably Slade. Everett Carter, I watch you and Cotton Top. That's awesome. Hey, I really appreciate it a bunch. And I know Cotton Top does. He's probably busy looking at deer right now. Leah
Bud Brown. Hey, Bud Brown.
Hey, Bud.
Look at there. There's Sean. So I met Sean through Cotton Top. Sean came and hung out with Cotton Top at the Loggers, the big Loggers show out on Highway 25. So Sean come and hung out, and then he's come to some baseball games. Roll Tide. I thought that was Alabama, but I just wanted to make sure. Look, Bobby Hernandez said the superstar showed up. Who's the superstar?
Me.
The superstar had to eat. Like it was almost time for us to go live, and she says, "Can I please finish eating before we have to go live?"
Hey Grant, how you doing, man?
Foods. I couldn't live without food.
So talking about Sean, I'm gonna go back to Sean. So just real quick, talking about meeting guys and meeting folks, because this is super cool. I had a husband and a wife, Mr. Harvey Galloway, and his wife come all the way from West Virginia to Owens Outfitters, and I just told Julie this a while ago. It's terrible that we're so busy, and I don't think about telling you that.
And I said, did you video them? Did you take pictures, etc.? Because you're our Mr. YouTube person. And he said, no.
No, I didn't, and I don't mean this ugly. I guess Owens Outfitters and Cotton Top can attest to this. Owens Outfitters is kind of my safe place. Okay, it's a place that all of you guys are welcome to come meet me and see us, and maybe I can get Julie there because I can't have everybody over at the house. Mr. Gary Walton has been here. Myron has been here, but I've kind of built a relationship. I will tell you this. I'm thinking about maybe doing, and Cotton Top and I have talked about this a lot. I'm talking about doing an archery training / teaching weekend. Maybe getting together over at my dad's, maybe having 10 people, kind of like Cotton Top does his saw classes. You know, maybe I don't know, $200 a person.
How do I get into his saw classes?
To Cotton Top saw
Yeah.
classes?
Saw classes, yeah.
Just wear your shirt and button down about right here. You'll love it.
I'm serious. Look, I am an outdoor enthusiast. Listen, I will run a saw.
Yeah, Mike.
I grew up,
Julie's dad and family. Julie's dad was a logger for 40 years, probably.
so when I was a little kid, like when we got out of school, we went and hauled putwood till dark every day. And then my dad and brother got into the logging business before they retired.
So Brad Dye says, okay, Slade, let the real star talk. So let me tell y'all something about Brad Dye real quick, okay? Brad Dye, by trade, is maybe a pharmaceutical salesman, I think. I'm pretty sure. Because we never really talked about that. But he may be one of the best. There's not lots of great writers anymore, but Brad writes for the Meridian Star. Okay, he's my neighbor, lives right over here, got a cool little farm, got some goats. Y'all need to check Brad Dye's writing out on the Meridian Star. Also, he came and did a story with Dad and I last year at Dad's. So you can go way back, this time a year ago. And then he came and sat with Dad and I last week and did a story. So you get to see that video. And he's also a major coffee connoisseur. I have found out since my coffee video. So Brad, thank you for joining us.
Brad, we've said we were going to get you and your wife over.
Yeah, I mean, we live so close. I mean, it's kind of like the Diamond Rio song, Meet in the Middle. I mean, we could meet down here at the county barn. And, I mean, it's about the same distance for both of us.
And Brad, I have watched you guys redo that area.
Hey, Jerry.
I mean, your house is so pretty, and you've got goats out front now and all
And
that.
the
But every
fence and
day,
all is so pretty.
it's so neat and clean. And every time I go by there, I think, what are they gonna do next? What are they gonna do next?
Read that one. Well, what is that right there say?
Hey, let the superstar talk.
Well, who said that?
But I think that's the first time Papa ever joined in a while.
Papa's on here.
Hey,
Papa. Papa says, let the superstar talk. The superstar missed the first part because she was eating supper. Now look what she's eating.
An apple.
An apple.
You always said Papa, an apple that keeps the doctor away.
An apple day keeps it in. That's exactly right. And Ainsley likes apples. So, hey to Papa. Hey, I wonder if Granny's watching too, because Granny might be sitting in her chair over there. My mom is probably sitting in her chair reading her Bible, probably. So she's probably not watching.
Papa's
this.
probably laying in his bed with his feet propped up.
With his
had
glasses
church.
on. $100 says he's got his glasses
He's
on.
had church today, and so
Yeah.
by now he's tired. He's tired, and it's about time to get in the bed. So
I'm pretty tired too. Me and Aiden got up early. So Aiden was home this weekend. We got up early this morning. We went and worked Junior. We went and hit. We came home. We got ready. We had revival. So we had a pretty long morning at church. And then Aiden all of a sudden decided he was going to go back early. So then we got to just getting, Julie was flying around making tea and fixing Aiden food. And then I went over to Coker's and look at there.
I never saw it.
Adam Ritchie, $20. Thank you so much for the
kids.
For the kids, love the content. Thank you. Adam, I want you to know that exactly that's where that goes is to the kids, is to Aiden and Ainsley. We actually talked about that.
I have a countdown.
Yeah, Ainsley has an account, so we talked about that at church. So Coker and I,
Okay, it sounds like the superstar talk.
yeah, we worked on my smoked sausage all day, so we got all the rest of my elk meat done up. Brad Dye says love it. Bud Brown, love the coffee.
Leah, love the flowers. Julie.
All right, so I'm gonna get something. I want Julie to explain these, okay, real quick. Ainsley, sit in my seat.
Well, first off,
Thank you a ton, Adam.
First of all, I'm going to tell you about these flowers. This is one stalk here, and I always like to think my little grandmother. These are what my grandmother always called surprise lilies, because they just pop up wherever. And they may pop up in the front yard this year, and they're going to pop up on the side yard or in the ditch or wherever. But if you're just driving down the road and you see these red flowers, these are just what my grandmother used to call surprise lilies. And Ainsley and I have this thing, and we go, oh, and my grandmother is deceased and she's in heaven. But we go, Ruru sent us a surprise lily. Don't we say that?
We do. Okay.
We do. We say, Ruru sent us a surprise lily. But these are red spider lilies. That's the real name, is a red spider lily.
And they're so pretty.
And I'm not going to tell you about the scientific name, but they're also called a red magic lily or a corpse flower.
A corpse flower.
Or they're from the equinox family. And this is a plant that, we think about at Christmas, the amaryllis that we love at Christmas, that we see that's on a big stalk. Well, these come from that family. These flowers originate from Japan, and they came from Japan to the United States. And that's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah.
Isn't it cool how stuff like that happens?
And so the Japanese, these are known for, the Japanese would plant these along the side of the rice fields. Well, you know why? Because the stalk and the leaves are mildly poisonous, but they keep the pests and the bugs away from the rice paddies in Japan. And that's what the Japanese thought. So that's why these were planted.
I have heard that before.
And so let me tell you this. The bulbs that are in the ground, because these grow from the bulb or a bulb, is extremely poisonous. So if you see these, don't be eating them. Don't be licking them. If you handle them with your hands, just make sure you
They're
wash
very
your
bitter.
hands.
Very bitter. Sir Bobby Hernandez said, are they
They're-
annuals or perennials? I mean, so some
They
years
come
we
up
have
every
them.
year.
Yeah, I mean,
Every year.
but here's the deal. Like, we have some come up in our yard, and they're different places every year. So that is kind of strange, because you really never know like where they're gonna come up. So I
They're
put them
annuals.
like right there. Oh, David said they're annuals. So.
But that's what you said pretty much. They come up every year.
Hey,
Annually,
there's
they come up.
Jeb Outdoors. Hey, I appreciate you following me on Instagram. So before you talk, so Coker and I got all of my meat. I made a bunch of sausage. I'm gonna make most of my hamburger out of my deer meat. So I just got this out of my freezer. So everybody nowadays likes to talk about real and organic and free range. Let me tell you something. This right here is real and free range and organic as it gets. This is my patty sausage, okay? I had about 50 pounds, I think, thereabouts, what I had. So I smoked about 20 pounds, and I didn't smoke about 20 pounds, because some of it you just want to put it on the grill when you put your steak on, So this is not smoked, so this needs to be cooked. And then I did about 10 pounds of breakfast sausage. Now, my smoked sausage, I'm gonna vacuum seal also, but I put it in the refrigerator because it's got a lot of moisture in it. And when you go to vacuum seal it, it sucks that moisture out of it. So I needed it to really dry up, and then we'll vacuum seal it tomorrow. So lots of good, really good.
Now, if somebody's just tuning in, this is elk.
Yeah,
This is
elk,
from
right.
Slade's and his dad's elk trip. I mean,
Yeah.
this
Ooh,
is
that
kill
sounds
the elk with the bow and arrow and clean the big elk, cut the meat out, bring it home, travel all the way home from New Mexico, and work on it today.
This
Okay.
stuff stinks horrible.
Sean says, y'all don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Sean. Look, let me put this back in the refrigerator. But thumbs up and comments and super thanks make the channel. Really, thumbs up and comments. Super thanks or however you guys feel led. But it makes the channel go. The higher the I forget the word, but the more comments and the more thumbs up we get, the more YouTube pushes the channel. So let me go put this back in the fridge.
Oh, guys, this stuff stinks.
Shannon, stay tuned. Slade, on your videos, the elk kill. When is that coming up? Is that coming up pretty soon?
So they will see that this week.
This week. So stay tuned. I mean, I know you've enjoyed seeing the trip and seeing their hunt and seeing what's in store.
So I actually, if you go to our channel, okay, go to Follow the Fanchers, and just about 30 minutes ago, go to the community section and look at the picture I posted about 30 minutes ago. It's a sneak peek. I know I can be kind of a tease, but I can't put it out there yet. And hey, follow us on Instagram too, because I'm doing a lot of stuff on Instagram on my stories that I'm not necessarily doing on my YouTube yet. So I sent you a message back about the site and model. I will look at that. I hadn't seen it yet, but I really, after church this afternoon and stuff, I really hadn't checked my YouTube studio for the comments, but I will.
Look, I need to catch up on something. This is interesting. Never heard this. But Davis Langley says, when you see those in Mississippi,
Yeah.
talking about the flowers, guess what?
What?
The brim are bedding.
Oh, the bremer bedding, yeah.
What does that mean?
Which is
Brim, that's fish. So I mean, like, we need to be fishing and catching the brim to eat. We love fish. The brim are bedding. Tell Ainsley what that means. The brim are bedding the fish.
yeah. So they make holes and they lay their eggs, and then that's how they have their babies.
So that is very
Yes.
interesting.
So Jeb says, "What did y'all do with the old elk head?" So we left it out there. Just so the man that owns that place, he's about 87 years old. He's a Jason Hollis. Let me stop that. I'll call him back. So the guy that owns that property, actually, let me text Jason while I'm doing this. The guy that owns that property, he is a older gentleman, and he wanted the elk head just to leave out there at the cabin. So Dad and I propped it up out there at his house out there at the cabin.
Because that was big. I mean,
yeah,
a 6x6.
yeah.
I mean, that was a really big one, right?
Yep. So he was a really, really, really good bull. That was a pretty cool find. Brian's little garage, I just sent it. Brad died. Julie, thank you for the comments about the farm. It's a work in progress. Gina tells me that donkeys are the next addition. Julie would tell you she lives with a donkey sometimes.
I would not. I would tell Gina that, but I wouldn't tell Slade that.
Yeah.
Is it time for me to talk?
Yeah, talk.
So why don't you tell everybody about your week? You were a little sickly this week, weren't you?
I was.
Tell us what just a stuffy nose and a cough and a sore throat.
And my throat hole wet.
But you feel better now,
I do.
right?
Yeah, I mean, you were a little sickly. But I mean, you went to school every day. You kind of hung out in Mama's office one day. You hung out with me. You didn't have school Friday because Julie and them had, and it's awful in the United States that we have to do that, especially down here in the South. They had an active shooting training conference one day where they actually come in there, use rubber bullets and stuff like that.
Blanks.
So, you know,
It's
I don't know.
required in Mississippi. It's required in public schools now within the first 60 days of school
Y'all don't want to know my thoughts on that.
that we go through an active shooter training.
That farm looks like a good place to turkey hunt as well, up in New Mexico. Yeah. I've killed a lot of turkeys and I've been all over turkey hunting, but man, 18 hours is a long ways for me to go shoot a turkey when I walk across the road from my house. But Jason Hollis and I are talking about going up there and doing that, so we may. Edward says I do good to get on YouTube. I understand. I'm kind of the same way. Michael Main. Good evening, ladies and Slade.
Hey, Michael Main.
Michael, you need to be sitting here with us. Michael.
He lives right down the road too.
Yeah, Michael lives right down the road. We know Michael's dad, Mr. Bobo.
And his mama, so sweet.
And they go to church with us. I actually saw Mr. Bobo this morning. We get eggs from Mr. Bobo, Michael's dad.
We eat gum on Sunday mornings from Mr. Bobo.
Hey, Michael, I tell you a funny story. So a couple of Sundays ago, Bobo was talking to us, and he said, let me tell y'all something. He reached in his pocket, you remember? And he got out a pack of Juicy Fruit gum. And he said, can you believe that they have...
He said, COVID has just messed our world up. Just messed this world up.
Because he said the little sticks of gum wasn't as big as they
He said, would you look at this pack of gum? He said, these 5 sticks of gum, they are not even what they used to be. So we were like, we didn't know what he was going to say about COVID has messed the world up, but it messed up our gum. And our bags of chips. Let me show you this.
Yeah. Michael says, Slade, I'm a little disappointed about the mustache. Should have cut the handlebars. Dude, my beard had done got like majorly big after the trip. Slade, if I come on the show, you might get shut down. Hey, Michael, let me tell you something. Whatever it takes to get subscribers, baby. We'll do whatever it takes to get subscribers.
Look, I love some chips. You can tell because I'm sort of fluffy. But I love some chips. But I mean, these little bags of chips, I bet you it's not 6 chips in this bag anymore. I mean, I could eat like the whole box of chips when I sit down to watch a movie at night. But I mean, it's like 6 chips.
And also, as you can tell, like, these bags, you see how, like, they're this big kind of, but you think that the chips are going to be all the way up here. The empty part up here is all in
air. That's all air. I mean, we have like 6 chips in that bag.
I know.
That is so disappointing to me.
I know.
Briar, I don't know what's going on, but some reason YouTube took your comment off. I don't know what happened, but anyway, I don't have any control over that. Davis Langley said shave an eyebrow. Hey, maybe I could put lines in it. Huh? You don't think? Aiden got a haircut this weekend, like a mega haircut.
So he went to Starkville and went to the special place to get a haircut. I mean, special because it costs $27.
Yeah,
special.
$27. I'm like, dude, we can't afford to have TV. You get a $27 haircut.
But did he not look good? He looked good.
Really
but now he loves JR. JR is local and he cuts Aiden's hair every week, and we love JR. But Aiden had to. JR wasn't there that day or something. He was off, and so Aiden was in Starkville. So
he was sick this morning though. We got up early and took Junior to do some stuff, and then we went and hit before church early. Aiden is not a morning person, and he busted his bat. And
you didn't tell me he busted his bat.
Yeah, he is, and it was getting, and it's not old. And if y'all go back and watch What's in My Bag video, or how many bats does one guy need, I mean, Aiden does have lots. He's got lots of wood bats, but he busted his bat, so I don't know. I actually did a video this morning. If any of y'all have a bat hookup, and you would think, like, at junior college they have the bat hookup, but they really don't have a bat hookup. They have to use Easton or Rawlings. So if any of y'all out there have a contact with maybe Easton or Rawlings, let me know, because I'm gonna have to get him a new bat. And God, I hate to go to like a Dick's or somewhere like that and buy a bat. I just don't want to do it. But I can go to just bats or somewhere like that. But anyway, he was sick about his bat. Yazoo Yellow Cats.
I will talk to Tim. I will talk to Tim.
Jeb Outdoors. I got a family size bag of chips. It was half full. Yazoo Yellow Cats, how are you? Hey, did you get a deer hunt this weekend? Did you use your saddle? Let me know what you did.
Is Papa still alive?
Kentucky Farm Boy put in for elk hunting in Kentucky. I can help with the rest if you can get drawn. Really? So, obviously, you live in Kentucky. Put in for elk hunting in Kentucky, and I can help with the rest if you get drawn. Wow. Talk to me. Man, it's gonna be so hard for me to go east and go elk hunting. And maybe because 27 years, Dad and I have been going out west, cross the Mississippi River and go west, whether it be Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, New Mexico. I'm not against coming to Kentucky. I don't know how hard the tags are to draw. Let me know what the elk do. I mean, are the elk is still the same, or is the rut in September and stuff like that?
How much land did Mr. Curtis have in Mexico?
It's not a real big piece. I don't know exactly. I never have been one to really know about acres and stuff like that and units and all that. I'm kind of old school there. So I really don't know exactly how many acres, but it hunts really big. It's just a super nice place, and he's very gracious. He's a retired history professor from the University of New Mexico.
Ainsley, what are you eating on?
Sucker.
What type of sucker?
Tell everybody what kind it is.
It's the time of year that you can buy what kind of suckers, Ainsley? If you've never had these, Aiden loves them.
Okay, so these are, show them the yellow ones.
They are caramel apple pops.
They're really good.
And they taste like caramel apples. So with October coming up and fall festivals and
And then there was caramel apple.
caramel apples in here.
So Leah says, speaking Wrigley's, Juicy Fruit, etc., my great uncle kept gum in his pocket. My granny kept gum on top of the ice box. Rainbow. That's awesome. My grandmother kept.
He's not mine.
What's he say, Libby?
Your grandmother.
Hammer Slade, you ain't mad. No, I'm not mad,
Slade
dude.
has ADHD.
No.
He can't focus.
I'm just reading. I'm
He's
just
all over
reading
the
through
place.
these comments. Brian says, "Man, they have some big elk in Kentucky, and we have some now in West Virginia. You have a season there in West Virginia. I just like to know what the elk do in Kentucky. I mean, is it like I said, is the rut still during September? Are they bugling and stuff like that?
My dad didn't forget you.
Look at here, single shot. Where is single shot going to be tonight? If he was in New York one time we talked to him, he's all over the place. Single shot.
Single shot.
Where are you tonight?
Let me tell you what I want to do. Single shot. I want to come get in the truck and I want to make a trip with you.
Ooh, I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah, I do.
I'm sorry.
So I want to go on like a 3 or 4 day trip, single shot, and I want
Hey, Willis.
to go wherever you're going to be going. Let's go through 3 or 4 states, and we got to get the whole trucking community to watch and follow the Fanchers. Okay? So we can stop at some of all the places to stop, the truck stops and this and that, and we're going to YouTube. Follow the Fanchers. We're going to YouTube while I'm on the road with Single Shot. How cool would that be? I don't know if there's many YouTube channels that have done that, but we got to get the trucking industry to watch and follow the Fanchers.
Hey, John. Slade, what's your favorite MLB baseball team?
Oh, 100% the Atlanta Braves. So I was an Atlanta Braves fan. Bob Horner, Chris Chambliss, Dale Murphy, Gene Garber.
Wait, is Texas one of them?
Texas,
Yeah.
my favorite team.
No, like Texas, like, is Texas one of them?
What is it? Is Texas one of what?
Your team's Texas Rangers, maybe?
Adam Ritchie says, my granddad would give us kids a stick of gum taped in our birthday cards. I wasn't a fan at the time, but I do miss it now. Hey, are those awesome times, Adam, or what? I mean, those are actually
My grandmother
awesome
always
times.
sent a birthday card. Always. Up
What's
until
going on,
she was
John?
96 and you could
Listen to this.
barely read her writing. But when I married Slade, she started sending Slade And I mean, we'd get $10. And you know, now you can't buy much with $10, but she was going to send all the grandkids $10, Slade $10, our anniversary, because she had several. But yeah, when she died, that's something we really missed, was not getting her card anymore.
Papa says Craig Callahan was one of the best finger shooters ever. That's a fact.
What's a finger shooter?
Single shot. I want to plant it. Okay. I don't know when. I don't know how I can with work. Maybe after the first of the year though, we're gonna plan something.
Where did he say he was tonight? Single shot.
He's in Indiana. Cole said, "Is that Aiden's favorite team too?" I don't know. Aiden's pretty close with.
Didn't he like the Brewers?
Yeah,
he liked the Washington Nationals.
He likes the Brewers because him and Hunter Renfroe are pretty close. But I know him and Austin Riley text some too, so he's a big Braves fan. Him and Adam Frazier are pretty close, so he likes the Mariners. Just pretty much wherever those guys are. I'm a pretty big Houston Astros fan because of Roy Oswalt. Roy's in the store all the time.
Go Rangers. Leah says, go Rangers.
David says, get you a base station and do it that way. Put out that you up a 100-foot tower, reach out to the 10-meter radio. I don't know how to do that, Davis, but I mean, that would be a great way to reach folks. Sean says, I'm a Cubs fan. I'm a Cubs fan. I'm a Yankees fan because I've always been a Yankees fan. I know a lot of people are not, but Aiden hits for Richard Shinnick. Y'all need to go back and watch all of our Teacher Man videos. And Mr. Richard is Aaron Judge's hitting coach.
Hey, Dad.
Listen,
Single
Michael,
shot says, hey, Papa.
Listen, Michael and I grew up together, so we know each other's families, and of course we know his child, and he knows my kids, and etc. But anyway, my grandmother, who lived a long life, 96 years old, she would cook the coconut cakes, and Michael said that, man, what I wouldn't give one of Miss Ruth, which is my grandmother's, coconut cakes right now. They were the best. They were good. I have a recipe, Michael, but they never taste the same.
I don't know.
It takes too long to make them.
I don't know exactly. Y'all will have to explain. I don't know exactly what y'all are talking about. The 10 meters. Mr. David talked about 10-meter radio. And Single Shot says 11 meters is pretty quiet now. I'm guessing, I think Single Shot told me that y'all just don't use a CB radio a whole lot. But I think if I could get in the truck with you, we could still build some thought of the Fanchers. David says, I'll tell you and show you how next time I see y'all at Simple, you could broadcast the entire talk show. Let's work on that, Davis. Dunlap, 24-23. Good night. See you later, Dunlap. Have a good night. We're not gonna be in here much longer either. I don't know what these suckers have got going on here.
Scoot your tail over. Move it.
This is our latest purchase at Dirt Cheap. How many of you know about Dirt
$5.
Cheap?
$5.
Dirt Cheap. Well, of course, Mom's looking for a few things in Dirt Cheap. Candles. I love to look at candles because you can get them for like $1.50. Well, Ainsley's off in the toy section. And here she comes with this big box. And it's laser guns.
What?
Okay.
Okay. Yay, we get to show
Good
them.
night, Brian.
So we have had laser gun war this afternoon. And she has hit me and I have hit her. But it is really, really
Scoot
cool.
your tail and let's show them.
Okay.
Can you like kind of turn the iPad a little?
Well, there
Now
it is.
just point it. See, when she does it, it vibrates.
Okay, now shoot me.
Y'all are gonna get us in trouble. They're gonna get us in trouble.
Okay, we're gonna put the guns away. Put the guns away. Put our laser. This is laser tag. Let me see. I should have said laser tag.
Jeb Outdoors since late I'm disabled and had double bull blind. It was so hard for me to put it up with my back problems. What blind do y'all sell that I could put together easy? Oh, Jeb, man. I mean, I honestly, I don't know if, I mean, I sell, golly, I can't even think of the brand, but to be honest, I mean, I look like a monkey in a football trying to put them together. I don't know that any of them are really, really easy, but maybe we can get together and talk about some shooting houses or something like that. Jula scoot over a little bit. Davis Lange, pop-up single shot. I'll call you tomorrow.
I look skinnier if it's half of me.
Single shot. Call me in the
That's
morning
it.
about 8 o'clock, and let's just see if we can get a game plan together. Let me tell you this about Jeb, about the pop-up blinds.
Bye, Leah.
Ameristep, see you,
Good night.
Leah.
Good night,
Praying
Leah.
for you.
Ameristep used to make a chair blind, so you sat in the chair and the blind rolled over you, and it was really no assembly required, and it was really easy. So look it up. Just Google chair blind and see if maybe you can find a chair blind. Miss Slade, you done got me watching the elk videos. That's you gotta watch the elk videos. Hey, it's gonna be good this week too. So
Hey, Leah's signing off. She may have already signed off, but we continue to pray for her.
yeah.
Leah has cancer, and we are a community out here, and so I believe in the power of prayer, and 37 people on here praying for Leah, do I think makes a difference?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's kind of how
show
we're
Leah
gonna
some
end
love.
the video.
Show
Yeah.
Leah some love, please, and pray for her.
Yeah.
She's got some things going on with some scans and things later this week. I know Slade's still reading comments and talking about elk, but let me say something really quick. When we went to church this morning, I look at the prayer list. One side, two
It's
sides.
very long.
And so Ainsley counted, and it was how many names on this prayer list?
196 names.
196 names of just people that we know around this area that need prayer for one reason or the other. And so let me say this first. Praise Jesus when we have our health, and thank Him. Praise Jesus when we don't have our health too, but praise Jesus when we can walk and we can move around and we can talk and we have each other, and you have people that you love, and you have family, and we love you guys, and thank you for that.
Mommy, you got lipstick on.
This week, let me just encourage you. If you know somebody that's lost, or you know somebody that is hurting or
visit
needs
them.
prayers,
Go
visit
Pray
them.
for them.
Pray. If you can't go, then pray for them. I can't see Leah, but I can lift her name up in prayer, just like I know her as a close friend.
Thank you, Sean.
So, and God hears that, and I know that. So I just had to share that with you, okay?
Yep. So we're going to end this video with prayer. If that's good with y'all, if you don't want to do it, you sign off now, and we appreciate your love and support. But we've been on here for about 42 minutes. So
she's got to get in bed.
Yep, we got stuff to get together, and so we're gonna kind of wrap this thing up. So
Let's
let's
let
all
Ainsley
pray.
start it,
Yep.
okay?
Yep.
Ainsley, say a prayer for us.
God, thank you for this day today. Thank you for everything you've done for us. Thank you for dying on the cross. And thank you for all the food you give us to eat. And thank you for just saving us. In your name we pray. Amen.
Lord, I just want to thank you for good, strong, healthy minds and bodies, Lord. I thank you for the great day that you gave us at your house today, Lord. And I just want to thank you for, I know sometimes, Lord, we get really busy, but I thank you for the busyness, Lord. I thank you for my family here. I thank you for the YouTube family that over the last year has grown to 4,000 strong. And I thank you for each and every one of those. I thank you for your grace and your mercy, Lord. Just want to ask forgiveness of all our many sins and where we fail you, Lord. I pray that you be with us this week. Lord, I pray that, as the Bible verse says, Lord, I pray that we would learn to be content in every situation. As Aiden and I talked today, that we would be anxious for nothing, Lord. And just help us to be the kind of Christians you'd have us to be. I just want to lift everyone up in this chat tonight. I pray for Jeb, Lord, for Briar. I pray for Leah. Lord, the cancer there, I pray that you touch her. If it would be in your will, that you would heal her. Watch over us this week. Give us a good, safe, fun, enjoyable week. Help us to be the kind of Christians you'd have us to be, Lord. Help us not to be like the prodigal son. If we are the prodigal son, Lord, that we would come to know you as our personal Savior. But help us also not to be like the brother, Lord, that stood back in the background and kind of held his hands up and said, well, why are you doing that for him, Lord? Help us to rejoice in all things. Help us to live each day for you, Watch over us. Give us a good week. Remember to give you all the praise, honor, and glory for it. We love you. Amen.
We love you.
All right, guys. God bless.
And Jesus saves. And everybody have a great week. We love you.
We'll see y'all from the Fanchers. Out of here.